Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. We are still taking our Super Eagles 101 tutorial with Arise sports analyst Aaron Akerejola, even as all eyes will be on Russia for the FIFA World Cup in, 14 days, Aaron?
They're about 16 days now, to be very precise.
16 days, okay.
So that's what we're looking forward to. It's closer than you think. For the players,
definitely is.
It's even more close because when you look at it, some of them cannot wait for the World Cup to just come.
Aaron, when are you leaving us?
Probably 2 days before the World Cup.
Okay.
We'll be in Russia. Very jealous.
Okay, so you've been telling us about the players we should know, and we would like to know more players or get to know more players so that we can rock our jerseys confidently.
Yeah, and we can support our faith. So right now,
and I think before then, I think concerning the jerseys have been stirring up controversies on social media. I think yesterday, for example, a lot of people have been commenting about the jerseys when they actually, I think, they finally, maybe the whole of Nigerians or social media in Nigeria finally got wind of how much they will be paying. Some of them are saying 40,000, some of them are saying 35,000, some of them are saying 30,000. But I think the actual figure is 30,695 or 30,699, thereabouts. But some people are saying that minimum wage, that if
minimum wage is 18,000.
If the minimum wage is 18,000, how can you be making a jersey almost twice the minimum wage in Nigeria? So I don't know. It's still back and forth, but nevertheless.
I keep saying the same thing. Everyone is complaining about what they don't even have yet. You're all arguing about the price of something that hasn't even arrived. The one that's really upsetting me is the fact that these jerseys aren't available, and we have, 16 days.
And it's not just Nigeria, actually.
I think
it's in England as well, because I sent my cousin a message yesterday just asking, like, check around the Nike stores and see if you can get me a jersey. And he sends a message saying, I've been waiting for them to come as well. There are no jerseys here, and this is in England. So
I thought you meant the England
No, they're expecting the jerseys to come back maybe like next week.
No, the Nigerian jerseys.
Across the globe.
Across the globe, across the planet.
Jerseys.
No jersey. Only in ABBA. Guys, how about we just support the ABBA jerseys?
No, but that's actually counterfeiting, and at the end of the day, you'll be infringing on somebody's intellectual property.
And it's actually illegal.
It's illegal. It's illegal.
Okay.
So.
I just rolled my eyes again. But seriously, I would love. Shouldn't it be about the color and repping the country? You know, we'll all be in the same jerseys. Who cares where it's from?
Some people have. The truth is this.
We're not promoting that.
No, the truth is this. Nike has paid it. They haven't yet. We heard that they were prepared to pay to extend the deal, but Nike has actually. They are paying, and they should pay for the whole brand of the Super Eagles. So they are trying to key into the number we have in Nigeria and the market we have in Nigeria. So they've given monies to the Nigeria Football Federation. So in return, probably they want to sell jerseys. So it's almost like saying that they should do this for charity.
Okay, I give up with these jerseys. Let's get to the players because I don't know what day we're going to get our jerseys. So Ogenei.
Let's talk about Onazi.
Yes,
the first
Onazi. I guess that's what Stephanie was trying to pronounce.
It wasn't my fault. It was misled by production. But go on.
All right, fantastic player, Onazi, one of those. He's been in the Super Eagles, shocking as it may sound, now almost 5 years, which is actually a long time. And when you look at how things are, and he started out quite early because if you look at it closely, he's just 25 right now, and he started in 2013. So when you look at it, he started in 2021. That's when he actually broke into the Super Eagles, which is actually a very good thing because not too many people actually start that early. And so right now, he's one of those old players in the Super Eagles. At the same time, he's still very, very young. All right, so you look at it, and his own rise to success also has not been that easy. He's one of those players that have actually had to go through the laborious process from starting from the scratch and trying to build to the top. Looking at how things actually started for him, he joins a number of people that actually started in Jos, that are in the Super Eagles. Mikel Obi started in Jos. That's how he got his own break. And not forgetting also, Ahmed Musa also started in Jos. So Eddie and Nazi started in Jos. Quite a number of players actually started their football in Jos before going on to blossom to become great things. So that was his own case. And it started with the junior level. Like I was saying yesterday, that's the easiest way to actually break into the Super Eagles. If you actually start from the junior level, you play the under-17, you guys do well. You play the under-20, you guys do well. It's almost like the easiest path to the national team. So that's how he actually started. And before you could say Jack Robinson, he was with the team, and he's been doing well with the team quite often.
Aaron, but you are not doubting his age. You know, you were doubting this guy's age yesterday.
The truth about this is, I'll say this here. There are few people, the only person I cannot doubt his age in the Super Eagles is Alexander Iwobi. Save Alexander Iwobi, and some people said fine boy Osaze Odewinge back in the day. Okay, yes, yes, Osaze, because I think he was born in Kazakhstan, not born in Nigeria.
Right.
So, but of course, after a while, he came to Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria. Aside those people, I doubt it. It's still contestable.
Right.
It's still contestable. You can't say for sure whether it is true or not, because people always say that, like someone asked once, that why is it that we don't ever get to see some of the Super Eagles players bring out a picture of themselves in primary school, in secondary schools? I like, they have people, they went to school, at least. You don't get to see pictures like that. And these things are a little bit dodgy, so...
This football age thing, I don't know when it will ever go away. It seems like it always rears its head.
Yes,
especially when there's a tournament like this.
Yeah, Africans, South Americans, it's not just Africans alone. South Americans are also guilty of this because they too, they have almost like a broken system like we do have here. So documenting is almost a laborious process for them. So they too actually they're shocking their own age some 1 or 2 times. So you get to look at these things and say to yourself, so 25. But he's 25. He says he's 25.
Maybe they put the age they feel and not their real age. So they're 25, but they feel 19. Or they
hope
feel
not.
20. Well, who else should we be taking note of?
All right, of course, Kelechi Iheanacho, one of the bright sparks. All right, just 21 years of age. The same thing also. All right, went with, he started, of course, in Imo, in one academy in Imo State. Then went to the under-17 tournament in the United Arab Emirates. We're speaking about that same tournament that Wilfred Ndidi yesterday also came up from. And he actually blossomed. Before you could say, okay, Wilfred Ndidi was a set before him, actually. All right, so he went to under-17 in the UAE. They won the tournament. He was the best player of the tournament. And ever since then, he's been the sideshow of eyes. Literally, everybody wanted him. Arsenal, FC Porto, different clubs around the world wanted him. Finally, there's a very funny story about him and Manchester City where he finally ended up, was the fact that some people blamed his father. Some people said that the father went for money. But if you're a father, for example, who was in the village and he hadn't seen that much money, and they said, I think according to reports, they said they gave the father, all right, $200,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So,
I'll definitely be pushing my son towards that club as well.
And so there was this funny story about the father. All right, just let me just quickly throw this on in there. They said that when he was being brought from Imo State, I think to Lagos to travel to the UK to actually hatch out that deal, the father was put in one dingy hotel. And when he was passing by one of these luxurious hotels, and he asked that, what do they do there? And, they said that it's an hotel. They said, hotel? So why did you put me in that one? They say, oh, God, it is for people that have money. So as soon as the man...
How legit is this story?
Yeah.
I'm serious. They said true life story. Someone that was close to them when they were moving, they said true life story. And they said that the man said, okay, so far as human beings are staying there,
I want to stay there.
So as soon as the father got that money, they said the first thing he did was like, he spent like 5 days in that hotel when he just came back. And ever since then, their life has changed, literally, because when I was in Manchester City, he was earning about $5,000, which is about 2.3 million, all right, give or take, all right? And he moved to Leicester City right now, where he's earning 70,000. When you actually calculate it right now, that's about 34 million every week.
Amazing.
Just imagine how far the father would, what would have changed about the father. They've criticized the player himself, they criticized the father, that they're all going for money, but come on.
Well,
Leaving
more
Nigeria.
importantly, regardless of the amount of money they're getting, I really hope these players,
are performing.
exactly. I hope they make
and
Nigeria
that's the problem.
proud.
When he moved to Leicester City, where he's earning about 34 million every week, playing time was very hard to come by. It was very few and far between. And a lot of people said that if he had gone to somewhere else, maybe he would have had the joy of also playing more frequently. But the point is this: for Nigerians who have actually tasted poverty, sometimes the money is all that matters, because some of these players, when they come to Nigeria and they have these monies in their pocket, they are kings. Literally, everybody wants to touch them. Everybody wants to be around them.
Thank you, Aaron. It's been amazing talking to you. We really hope this player, and it's not just about being kings.
Yeah.
But I think we'll be ready to write a test on all these players pretty soon.
Please, I'll be setting the questions very soon.
Thank you. Well, it's time now for a quick break. When we return, we'll have the CEO of Visionscape, John Ivan, here with us. This is The Morning Show.